In this lesson, we will learn more nouns. So far, we have spent a lot of time on learning some standalone phrases. We also learned some conventions, and we focused less on nouns and verbs in the past. Now, in future, we will be focusing a lot more on verbs. And in this lesson, I would like to cover a lot of general purpose nouns which can be used for some of the exercises that will follow. Now, in this particular lesson, we will look at plurals, some joiners for connecting nouns, and also more about some general nouns. We said many words in Japanese don't have plural, but some of them have. If I want to talk about a collection of books, I still say hon, I don't say books. Books and book both are referred to as hon only. But in the following context, you have a plural. Watashi means I. Watashi-tachi is we. Anata is you. Anata-gata is all of you. It's a collection of you, a plural you. Anata-gata is pronounced as if there is a N, a nasal N between anata and gata. Anata-gata, that's the way it is pronounced. So, watashi-tachi is for we, anata-gata for you, which is plural. If I am meeting a company, a delegation from another company with a delegation from my company, I refer to my delegation as watashi-tachi, and I refer to the other delegation from the other company as anata-gata. So that's the way I can use it in a business context. Now, Nipponjin-tachi. Nipponjin is a person of Japanese origin, Japanese nationality. Nipponjin-tachi is a group of persons of Japanese nationality. You can also say Indo-jin-tachi, American-jin-tachi, and so on and so forth. Tachi is for a group. Tachi can also be used for a family. If I say Mr. Kimura and his family, I can say Kimura-san Tachi. That also is acceptable. In the previous lesson, we saw the words kore, sore, and are. Kore, sore, and are stood for this, that, and that over there. Now, you are supposed to point out a specific thing and say that. Now, let's say you want to point out to a group of things and talk about them. How do you do that? You say korera, sorera, arera. Ra is for the group of things. So, korera means these things, sorera means those things, arera means those things over there. Now, let's talk about joining nouns with the words similar to and or are. Chugoku jin to Nippon jin. What does it mean? Chugoku jin means Chinese people. Nippon jin means Japanese people. You have a to in between. The to stands for and. There is also a specific application of to in a list. The and here means the list is complete. You are not talking of any other group of people. You are talking only of these two, Chugoku jin and Nippon jin. Your list is complete. To means and also the list is complete. Now, let's look at another sentence. Australia jin ya New Zealand jin. Australian people and also New Zealand people. Ya means and also. What is it and also? It's a way of explaining this application in Japanese language. And also is actually standing for and as well as etc. at the end. Australians, New Zealanders, etc. So this incompleteness of the list is what is indicated by ya. We saw to indicates a complete list. Ya now indicates an incomplete list. That's the difference. America jin ka Canada jin. Canada is Canada, Canadians. America jin ka Canada jin. Americans are Canadians. Ka here is the same ka as what we used for questioning, but then in this context the meaning is are. Canadians are Americans. In the past lessons we have seen a couple of mentions about languages and people of a particular country. Here I am going to give a small table containing a few more countries, and I will be giving a structured table for the languages and the nationality. Nippon as well as Nihon both refer to Japan. Nippongo as well as Nihongo refer to the Japanese language. Similarly, Nipponjin as well as Nihonjin refer to the Japanese people. For India, the Japanese reference is Indo. We don't have a single language, so you don't have a Indo-Go. You can say Hindi-Go, you can say Bengali as a language, Bengaru-Go. I am making up this Bengaru. They don't have that La, Bengali. So they use R instead of L, Bengaru. Okay. Indojin. China is known as Chugoku, Chugoku-Go and Chugoku-Jin. Britain is known both as Igirisu as well as Aikoku. Igirisu is for English and Aikoku is maybe a more traditional name for England. Aigo is English language. Igirisu-Jin and Aikoku-Jin are the names of nationalities. I will not elaborate on this list. It is fairly straightforward. You always have a Go for the language. You always have a Jin for the people. France is Franco. Spain is Spain. Italy is Italia. Germany is Deutsche. Here I will be indicating how some of the places and people are referred to. Jil, Jiru. As I told you, in Japanese language you don't have C, you don't have L, you don't have Q, you don't have V. Now these English letters and their equivalent is not there as consonants. So L is not represented by anything else as a near equivalent. So R is what they use. Jil is Jiru, Jane is Jane, Emily is Emery, Tom is Tamu. Always there is a vowel with which they end every thing, unless there is a N there. Green is Gurin, Ganesh is Ganeshu, Balu is Baru. So this is the way the distortion of a English name as transliterated in Japanese come out. London becomes London, Bangalore becomes Bengaluru, Nepal will be Neparu, Tibet will be Tibetu. Russia is Soren. I don't know how this is. Maybe it is because it was Soviet Russia. North Korea is Chosen. South Korea is Kankaku. Here I will be running through a couple of words. Television is Teribi. It's actually English transliterated into Japanese. Knife is Naifu. Fork is Foku. Shirt is Shirtsu. Handkerchief is Hankachi. Table is Teburu. All these are transliteration. Table more, in Japanese it's called Sukue. Chair is Isu. Pencil is Enpitsu. Keychain is Kagi. Watch is Tokei. Book is Hun. Paper is Kami. Newspaper is Shimbun. Telephone is Denwa. Money is Okane. Now hotel is Hoteru. House is Ie. Ie is no. Ie is house. Home is Uchi. Uchi is home, whereas house is Ie. Factory is Kojo. Office is Kaisha. Railway station is Eki. Restaurant is Restaurant. Department store is Debato. Apartment is Apato. Shop is Mise. Shop which is focusing on a single commodity is Ya. Shimbun Ya, newspaper shop. Hana Ya, flower shop. That kind of a shop, specialized shop is Ya. That brings us to the end of yet another lesson. You now have learnt about 35 words in this particular lesson alone. Tambata Kudasai.